Okay, good morning, guys. So this is your batch tracker. So we completed like performance testing fundamentals, basics in the for the past 10 sessions, right? So today I'm going to give an introduction to JMeter, and as per the plan, like I will be starting JMeter scripting from Monday. Before starting the session, any new joinees, guys?
So
Is like those. See, if you already worked on testing or if you have some knowledge on testing, right? So so you can follow the JMeter sessions. If not, please go through the recorded sessions. I will share the recorded sessions, whatever completed till now, right? I will share it and you can complete, like if you want to continue in this batch, you can try to complete by tomorrow, right? So that from Monday onwards, you will be on the same page. So let me give a brief gist of idea of like what all I covered till now. So this, you can ignore this to just show how to record a script. I have shown this. Your actual session start from here. Here I explained computer basics, like what is operating system, what is RAM, what is processor, right? How to check your system configuration. So these are the basics that I covered till now. Clear, guys? In this session, particularly in this session. And next I explained SDLC testing lifecycle. So those who are from testing background, yes, you know all these concepts, you should be aware of. And what is performance testing, and explained at a high level, right? Types of performance testing. And please remember that, there is not, there is dependency on the previous sessions, but so that's why, like, if you can complete by tomorrow EOD, so you can be on the same page as others from Monday. Okay, those who are interested to continue in this batch. All right. So let's let me go to JMeter. So I gave all the fundamentals, like basics required for scripting. All the performance testing fundamentals were covered in the past 10 sessions. Right now, let's start with JMeter. Okay. So as I explained before starting JMeter, let me recap the performance testing tools, important performance testing tools in the market. So these are the important performance testing tools. I will go to slideshow mode. So the first and foremost tool is load runner, micro focus load runner, which is a licensed tool. As I explained, this is a pioneer tool. Means this is the first tool which was developed for performance testing in 1999, way back in 1999. Okay. Then comes Apache JMeter. That is the next popular tool for performance testing, and it is an open source tool, right? It's a free tool, completely free tool, as well as we can customize the tool. Okay, being open source, right? Source code is also available over internet in the Apache website. Okay, which I will show in the next couple of minutes. Next popular tool is Neoload. Again, this is a licensed tool, right? Now we are going to start with Apache JMeter. This Apache JMeter. Okay. So, and this is the latest version of JMeter. JMeter 5.5 is the latest version. So we are going to start from beginning and from scratch, and like we are going to I'm going to help you complete this JMeter Pro certification as well. Clear, guys? Which is a free certification. Fortunately, you need not pay any single rupee for attempting this certification, right? So JMeter Pro certification has some value in the market. Clear, guys? So let me go in. So these are the concepts that I'm going to cover as part of JMeter. I already shared you course contents of this JMeter. So those who want to get the course contents, please, like ping me in WhatsApp. I will share this document. So this is JMeter course contents document, JMeter 5.5 with certification course contents. Right, this is my WhatsApp number. Please ping me if someone did not, don't have my contact. Please save it, or please ping me if there are any joiners. Right. So please, share this number to, if you want to refer someone also, please share this number. Okay. So I am paying good referral amount. So please refer if you want to help any friends or relatives to get into IT. So we'll discuss like, how easy JMeter is, or how easy performance testing is, and how easy it is enter and survive in IT. right? So these are the course contents for JMeter, guys. I'll share it if someone want do and someone don't have and want this. I will share this document, or else I'll share it in the WhatsApp. Let me do that now. So this is preface, like which that is there in my performance testing fundamentals PPT as well. So I'll directly go to the JMeter introduction, guys. So please watch my demo session, first demo session, if you want to know about this training roadmap, those who join new, right? I'll start with JMeter, okay? So yeah, I'll start here. So here I want to introduce JMeter as well as some other open source tools in the market. So which is important for interviewers. And also you should know like what are the other options, other open source tools in the market for performance testing, right? So in these open source performance testing tools, right? So JMeter is the most popular tool. It was designed by Stefano Mazzocchi of the Apache Software Foundation. And JMeter is the most popular open source load testing tool with almost as many features as commercial tools, right? As many features, but not completely. So commercial tools are more advanced and having a lot of more features than JMeter, of course, right? And you can record the test scripts, run large scale load tests, and view various performance metrics in easy to understand charts. So you'll see soon like how can we record the test scripts and how can we run the large scale load test and how can we view the performance metrics. And there is also an active community that makes it easy to find everything from plugins to answers to common questions. You have a lot of community forums and a lot of articles because JMeter is widely used. There are a lot of help articles on this, right? So or internet available on internet because it's the most widely used tool. So apart from JMeter, we have some other open source tools like Locust. Locust is an open source load testing tool and which is based on Python basically. You need to know Python if you want to use this tool, and it sends millions of simultaneous users to your application, right? So for now, remember that there is another performance testing tool, open source tool called Locust, which is Python based, right? With its beautiful user interface, you can easily see key performance metrics, charts, failures, exceptions, and other information. Only drawback is that it requires knowledge of Python programming language. Okay. And now how about this JMeter, right? Do we need to know any programming language? Right? So that is a question, right? That would be the question that that comes up in your mind, right? So there is no prerequisite, guys. So if you know Java or JavaScript, that is added advantage. However, if you don't have any knowledge on any other programming language also, I am going to cover in the training whatever basics required for for mastering this scripting or for mastering JMeter. Okay, there is no prerequisites, but however, like if you already have some knowledge in JavaScript or Java, that would be good. That would be very much helpful, right? If you don't have any programming knowledge also, nothing to worry. So I am going to cover the language basics which are required for mastering JMeter. Okay. Next tool is Grinder. Again, this is a Java-based load testing framework that uses Jython. So Jython means a Java implementation of Python programming language. So Java plus Python, they coined a new term called Jython. Okay. So it is a Java-based load testing framework that uses Jython. Jython stands for, Jython is a new term coined by this community as a combination of Java implementation of Python programming language. They named it as Jython. Next tools, other important tools, performance testing tools, open source tools are Gatling, right? So Gatling is a developer-focused load testing tool for web applications. Companies looking for web-based interface with real-time monitoring can also check its commercial frontline enterprise product. See, so Gatling is available as both open source tool as well as commercial tool. Its commercial tool is called as Frontline, as you can see here. All right. So there are a couple of other tools which are evolving. Like K6 is one tool. There is one tool called K6, which is JavaScript based. You need to know JavaScript programming language for that. So, however, these are the popular open source tools for performance testing. Okay, are we good here? Can we go to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So out, see, you just remember the names. You need not worry about all these explanation and all. Just remember that there are a couple of other open source tools in the market for performance testing, and JMeter is the most popular one. Clear? Now, so let's focus on JMeter now. So Apache JMeter is the leading open source tool built in Java for load and performance testing. So JMeter is developed using Java language. That's what this statement means. JMeter is developed using Java language, right? And it can be used for load and performance testing. It can also be used for functional testing. Okay, we'll discuss that. How can we use JMeter? How JMeter can be used for functional testing as well, right? And it is not a browser, although it simulates some of the browser's behavior, right? We'll discuss this in depth, like what does this statement mean? So JMeter does not execute JavaScript, AJAX, and CXS. I already explained what is JavaScript, what is AJAX, and what is CX. AJAX we haven't covered yet, sorry. So I already explained JavaScript and CSS. What is the purpose of CSS and what is the purpose of JavaScript, right? So need some additional settings to behave like a real browser. Understand that. Let's understand the advantages of JMeter, right? So first and foremost advantage of JMeter is it is open source, right? See, open source doesn't just mean that you can you can use it for free. You can customize it as well. Okay, we'll see soon, like how can we customize and how do we, where can we download the source file and all. We'll soon we'll see that soon. Okay, so it is open source and it is platform independent, right? Being developed in Java, JMeter being developed in Java, it is platform independent, means it works on any operating system. The same file or the same JMeter works on any operating system. You can use the same file on Windows or Linux or Mac OS or any operating system, guys. So that's what platform independent means, isn't it? As JMeter is developed using Java, inherently it got that platform independency, the property of platform independency, because it is developed in using Java language. Clear, guys? So Jigyansa, some people like, do we have Jigyansa today? Yeah. Jigyansa, are you with us, able to hear me?
Yes.
Jigyansa, please respond.
Yes.
So yeah, so Jigyansa told that she is having a MacBook, right? So she can use the same JMeter or same JMeter script on MacBook as well, right? On Mac OS basically, right? If someone is having Linux or a laptop or a desktop with Linux box, they can also use JMeter on their machine. Okay. If you want to see UI, of course, like you need Ubuntu Linux or any other Linux which have a GUI. Okay. You can use the same JMeter file. You can follow the same process. I mean, of course, installation slightly differs. I'll cover that, how to set up JMeter on a Mac OS as well, right? So you can use JMeter on Mac OS or Windows or Linux. So that's what I mean to say here when I say platform independent. Clear, guys? Next, easy to enhance the features by simply adding a jar file. We'll discuss this, like how can we enhance the features by adding jar files. We'll discuss that in the next 1 week, right? And lightweight and easy to install and upgrade. Yes, it is lightweight and easy to install and upgrade. Flexibility, because we can customize JMeter, it provides a lot of flexibility. Okay, and now let's see what are the limitations of JMeter. So it has limited protocol support compared to licensed tools. It has limited protocol support compared to licensed tools like Neoload or Loadrunner or WebLoad and all this, right? So it hardly supports like 10 protocols around. Okay, those who completed JMeter. So how many protocols does JMeter support, guys? Do you remember that? Those who completed or those who are going through my Loadrunner training?
Almost 32 protocols.
Right, 33 protocols, right? It supports 30 plus protocols. Whereas JMeter supports 10 plus protocols. Okay. And high memory consumption, it is high on memory consumption, means it consumes a lot of RAM on your machine when it is running. When you are running a test or when you are running a script, right? Memory consumption is high compared to other tools. And heap memory issue is common while running a distributed scenario on a single machine. So we will discuss what is heap memory. I haven't covered this. I mean, so we will explore this. What is heap memory and what is the issue that we can expect when we are running a distributed scenario, right? And we cannot run test executions in GUI mode. Okay, we can't run test executions in GUI mode. GUI, where GUI stands for? What does GUI stands for?
Graphical user interface.
Right, graphical user interface. So let me show you the GUI, JMeter GUI. So I have latest version of my of JMeter on my machine. I'll make you set up JMeter. Please wait for a moment. Let me show you JMeter GUI. Yes. So this is JMeter GUI. This. And you can see here Apache JMeter 5.5. This is the latest version of JMeter. And whatever you are seeing, right, this is called JMeter GUI. Okay. So you can use this JMeter GUI for scripting, but not for text executions. If you read this command prompt, observe here. Please read the first line here. Don't use GUI mode for load testing, only for, so GUI mode should be used only for test creation and test debugging, right? For load testing, use CLI mode, where CLI stands for, anyone?
Command line interface.
Right. CLI stands for command line interface. We can also call that as non-GUI, right? So this is one limitation of JMeter. Okay. Let me open up your notes. CLI stands for command line interface, right? I think GUI I already explained. Did we cover already? No. Okay. So let me. All right. Yeah. So we cannot run test executions in GUI mode. We'll discuss how to use GUI mode and non-GUI mode. We'll learn in this month, right? So we started JMeter on today, right? 3rd September. So I'm planning to complete by end of this month. If there are no, missed sessions, if you don't miss any sessions, right? And from today onwards, like I'm planning to take 1.5 hour session. It requires basically from Monday onwards, I will take 1.5 hour session this. Because once we start scripting, like you will have a lot of, you may be having some issues, doubts, clarification and all. So please be ready for 1.5 hour session from Monday. As you know, as I informed you previously also, right? And it is a good tool for testing web applications only, but not desktop applications. Okay. So some features are added to JMeter to test desktop applications as well recently, but it is a good tool for testing web applications mostly. JMeter is a good tool for testing web applications. Okay. And dependency on Bean Shell and Perl for complex scripting. If you want to write any custom code, we have to learn Bean Shell and Perl, learn Bean Shell basically, mostly Bean Shell will be used. So nothing to worry again, like this is, you will not write more than like 4 to 5 lines of code initially when you are starting, right? As in when your experience grows, you may work on some complex project and you may need to write some code, but like, or to enter, you need to know only basic programming skills, which I will be covering in the training. Right? And JMeter's report having less features, which makes analysis bit difficult. That is another limitation. JMeter's report having less features, which make analysis bit difficult, and no dedicated support team. So as it is an open source tool, we don't have a dedicated support team. If you go with any other licensed tools like LoadRunner or NeoLoad, right? If you have some tool issues, or if you are facing some critical challenges, right, you can raise a support ticket because those are licensed tools. However, with JMeter, as it is an open source tool, we will not have a dedicated support team. Please remember that. So you have to fall back on Google search, or you have to do we have to do some R&D here. Okay. As it is an open source tool, there is no support team. Clear, guys?
Now, could you explain the third point once again, the heap memory issue?
Yeah, heap memory issue. I'll show you practically.
Sure.
Okay. If possible, I show you practically. So it's a bit early to explain this now.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, heap means the heap is nothing but amount of memory allocated for an application. Okay. Now, what is this heap memory issue? By default, 1 GB of memory will be allocated for JMeter. If you observe here,
Yes.
by default, 1 GB of memory will be allocated for JMeter. Right?
Okay.
It is here, right? XMS 1G, XMX 1G. So sometimes when you are running tests, right, you will run out of this memory. This 1 GB will not be sufficient, and it will throw heap out of memory exceptions. Those are called as heap memory issues. I'll explain later, like once we complete scripting, right? Then we will see like how to, test executions and all. At that time, at that moment, I will explain.
Okay.
Okay, for now, remember that heap is what is meant by Java heap. Java heap is the amount of memory allocated for any application, any Java application. Clear, guys? Now, so guess, those who are from non-computers background, nothing to worry. We will explore all this. We will learn this in the next 1 month. Okay. So see, we are planning to complete by September. Doesn't mean that, it will be completed at any cost. So, there are no deadlines. So it may go till like mid of October as well, if required. Okay. Depends on how much, how good you are assimilating and practicing the scripting concepts. It depends on you as well. Got it, guys? Now, guys, are you with me? Able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, in this slide, I compared LoadRunner versus JMeter. So I'll skip this because like most of you did not complete LoadRunner training. So for those who completed LoadRunner, you will understand this. I'll share this material to you anyways. Those who completed LoadRunner training, you can quickly go through this. Okay. I'll skip that for the moment. Now, how to set up JMeter, how to start JMeter on, how to get started with JMeter on Windows. Let me show you that. Right? So first you need to download and install Java, preferably 64-bit, right? So first, as JMeter is a Java application, you should have Java installed on your machine if you want to use JMeter. Clear, guys? As JMeter is developed using Java language, if you want to use JMeter on your machine, you should have Java installed on your machine. Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? And now how to check whether your machine has Java or not on your machine. Okay, let me update this. This is the latest 5.5 is the latest version. Okay, so how to check? Let me show you how to check whether you have Java installed on your machine or not. So for that, open a command prompt. Please do this, guys, along with me. Go to your Windows search box and type CMD over here. Please, everyone, do this along with me, guys. Don't ping later that, don't repeat these questions, guys. At least these basics. Okay. So please do along with me. I already informed you that I'm going to start JMeter in the last day before yesterday's session and ask you to join from laptop, right? So once you open a command prompt, right? So how to check if you have Java on your machine or not is use this command Java space -version. There are multiple ways to check this. This is not the only one way. There are multiple ways. I'm showing you one easiest way. Type Java space hyphen version. Right? So if you see the output like this, that means like, observe here, Java version 1.8. So I have basically Java 8 version on my machine, and it is a 64-bit Java. Here you see that 64-bit, right? If you are not seeing this line 64-bit and lekapothe, your machine has 32-bit Java. Understood, guys?
Yeah, actually for me it is showing like Java is not recognized as an internal or external command.
Right. May I know who is this?
Which is I.
Vijay Sai, can you please share your screen? I want to include it for recording purpose. If you
Sure,
don't
sure.
have Java installed on your machine, you'll see like this, guys. You'll see the output like this. When you type Java space hyphen version. Right. Yeah. We'll address that. We'll install setup Java on your machine, right? So if you don't have Java installed on your machine, right, you will see like this, guys. Java is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program, or batch file, right? That means there is no Java installed on this machine. Now let's see how to install Java, right? First, let's install Java also. Those who are having, I will not send, I will make you do Google search and install yourself. Okay. So, and one more thing, someone asked to start the session at 7:30. Really sorry, I cannot start at 7:30. Okay, so I can't start that early. What I can do is, if you are, Jagdish, you are working, right? I know that you are working. So what you can do is like, I'll try to close the concepts, theory or scripting by 9 o'clock. And we'll dedicate that half an hour for doubt clarification. Okay. So
no problem, sir. Okay.
So that you will not miss any scripting part or something. If at all you miss something, you have the recorded session. You'll get
Problem,
the
sir.
recorded.
No problem.
Okay. But sorry that I know, like I cannot start at 7:30. Okay. Now, so how to install Java now, right? It's simple and it's simple. So open your favorite browser, any of your browser. Yes. And just Google search for download 64-bit Java. Download. Please everyone do that. Those who are not having Java installed on their machine, please everyone do this, guys. Guys, please don't come back after the session asking the same questions. Okay. So your batch will get delayed or please don't expect 24/7 support also. All right. So one more thing, please don't post any messages in the WhatsApp group after 10 p.m. So there are housewives and them and like there are some people like who need to sleep early. It would be causing disturbance for them. So please don't post any messages post 10 p.m. All right. Yeah. Now download 64-bit Java. Now we click on the first link. Java downloads for all operating systems. Yes. Okay. Scroll down, please. And you see something called, wait, hold on. So you see here, Windows offline 64-bit, right? So click on that. Windows offline 64-bit, right? This is Java for Windows OS, 64-bit Java for Windows OS. Okay. And now if you see here, it is downloading the file. Let it download. If you see here, it is downloading JRE, where JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment, right? And this number, right, 8U341. So this first number indicates Java version. This first number, hold on. This first number indicates that the Java 8 version, right? And you are seeing something called U341, right? That is update 341, U for update. Clear, guys? Is everyone able to download Java, guys?
Yes, sir.
Those who don't have Java installed on your machine. And if it is, and Jigyansa, so did you check that on your Mac? Did you join from MacBook or
Windows laptop, sir?
you got a Windows laptop? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And observe here, it is downloading JRE. Let me explain what is this JRE. Okay. So I'll come back to your screen, Sai, Vijay Sai. So let me,
Okay. Yeah,
I'm stopping your screen share. Let me share my screen.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. So we came across something called JRE. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. JRE stands for Java Runtime Environment. What is this JRE? Okay. If you want to run any Java program, you want this JRE. As simple as that. Okay. If you want to run any Java program, you require this Java Runtime Environment. As simple as that case. Right? So when you download Java, basically you can download either JDK or JRE. Let me show on my machine. I will explain what is JDK also. These are Java basics, yes, okay. You need not know like core Java, advanced Java and all for this, but you need to know some Java basics, which I will cover in the training. All right. Anyways, I will cover in the training. Right. So if you go to program files, there is a file called Java here, right? You see here, right? And by the way, what is the difference between program? And there are two files. Observe here, two folders here. One is program files and program files x86. Can you please open, Windows Explorer by using Windows E? Press Windows and E button, E keyboard, E button on your keyboard together, so that you will get this file explorer. Okay, Windows E for Explorer. So that is called as Windows Explorer or File Explorer. Clear, guys? Please note this down if you have that habit of running notes. By the way, I kept shortcuts, Windows shows important shortcuts also in one slide. So please go through this, right? Windows plus E. This opens File Explorer in Windows operating system. Okay. As I have some non-computer case, like like just to help out them, I kept some Windows shortcuts, important Windows shortcuts in one slide, one of the slides, guys. Okay. Now, so once you go to File Explorer, right? If you go to your C drive, right? You see two folders here. One is program files and program files x86. What is the difference between program files and program files x86?
Program files which consist 32-bit and program files x86 consist 64-bit files.
Can you please come again? I missed it.
So program files which consist 32-bit versions files and program files x86 consist of 64-bit version files.
No, it's quite opposite. x86 contains 32-bit software. 64-bit softwares will be installed in this folder in program files.
Yeah. Okay.
All 32-bit softwares will be installed in this folder. Got it? Right? So now if you see a program files, right? So if you observe here, I have Java on my machine, right? You have a folder called Java. Once you install Java, is Java installation done for you guys? Those who don't have Java, did you complete? Okay. So I think, we just downloaded it, right? So Java installation is straightforward. You just click next. That's it. Once you download that exe file, I'll stop my screen share. So Vijay, is it done? Is Java downloading done? Anyone else who completed Java downloading? So can you
Downloading
please
is done, no? Downloading is done.
share your screen?
Yes.
Much better.
Okay. So can you please show that download? Go to the downloads folder and show that downloaded file. Yeah, show in folder. Right. Yeah. So now let me explain this first. Hold on. So let me explain this first. So if you observe here, JRE, as I mentioned, it stands for Java Runtime Environment, right? And 8 means Java 8 version. Whatever you downloaded now is Java 8 version, update 341. In 8th version, this is the update, right? And see, 8 is the major version and 341 is the minor version. Okay. Next, Windows 64 means This is 64-bit Java, whatever you downloaded here. If you see this Windows x64, this is 64-bit Java. Okay, so that's what that naming convention represent. Clear, guys? Now just double click on it. It's an exe file, by the way. Hold on. It's an exe file. So, but you are not seeing the file extension, right? So you go to view, click on view first, Vijay. Click on view on the top. Hold on. So here it is, here. Yes. So, okay. Show, click on show at the bottom. Yeah, file name extensions. This is Windows 11, right, Vijay? Is this Windows 11 OS? Okay, seems like it is Windows 11 OS. Okay, I have Windows 10 only. I did not use Windows 11. That's why I just want to confirm. Okay, now you see that, right? So you see the file extension, observe here. You got that, .exe, isn't it? What is that exe, guys? What does that exe stands for?
Extension. File extension.
That is a file extension, but what does that exe? See, there are different extensions. You have PDF.
Executable file. Executable
Right, right. See, you have different extensions. See here, .pdf, .jpeg. These are file extensions. But what exactly exe stand for is executable file. It is an executable file. Clear? Now, so double click on the exe file to install Java. Let's install Java now. 64-bit Java, please remember that. Right? So to install that, just double click on the exe file. Yes. You'll get a window, Vijay, saying that do you want to allow this program to make any changes or something? If you see this, see that, click yes. Yeah. Now click install. Now Java is being installed on his machine. Okay. So number one development platform. Yes, it is indeed. So 90% or 80 to 90% of the web applications are, desktop applications are developed using Java language, right? So obviously it's number one development platform. Java is the number one development platform. And it is owned by Oracle. That's what you can see here, right? Java is, Java is open source, but whatever we are downloading here, that is hotspot JVM, I think. Can you go to, hold on. Just please give me a moment. Java hotspot server. Whatever you are downloading, that is Java hotspot server. Ignore that, Yeah. So now you are seeing a message saying that you have successfully installed Java, right? So click on close now. Right. So you can close this downloads folder and open a command prompt again. Now use the same command. Use up arrow. You need not type it again. Use up arrow on your keyboard. Yes. Enter. Right. Yeah. So this is expected. I'll tell you why. Because this is
close and open again, sir.
Right. Right. So why it is still showing that Java is not recognized as an internal or external command is, so this command prompt was opened previously before installing Java. That is why. That's why it is showing the same message. Now close this command prompt and open a new command prompt. If you open a new command prompt and use the same command, right, it will show you like the Java version. Yeah. Here you have to type it again. Enter. Right. Now you see here, right, it is showing the Java version and it is showing that it is a 64-bit Java as well. Isn't it? That means Java is installed successfully, right? As Java is installed successfully, we are able to see the Java version. Clear, guys, everyone? Is everyone done with this? Those who don't have Java installed on your machine, are you done with this, guys?
Yes,
Or
sir.
you need any
Done,
help?
sir.
Done, sir.
Please let me know if you need any help now itself, guys. Please don't ping after the session. Okay, I'm stopping your screen share. Okay, hold on, please wait. So we'll complete JMeter also. We'll complete JMeter setup also. So first let me pass. Now once you can you give me control, Vijay? I'm sending a request to you. Can you please accept the request? Yeah, thank you. Right. So once you download this Java and install it, right, and confirm that Java is installed successfully, right? So let's say now let's go to JMeter setup. Okay. Observe here, I'm using the two terms here, installation of Java and JMeter setup. Okay. We actually don't install JMeter. You'll understand the difference, right? So here, what we did here, guys, we ran that exe file and installed Java on our machine. Understood? Understood, guys? We installed Java on our machine by running that executable file, exe file, right? And one more thing, if you want to use the same command again, right, you can use up arrow, simply up arrow. You need not type the command again. Please remember this shortcut. It will be very much helpful. Okay, during the course of the training or in your career, right? So if you in the command prompt, right, if you want to repeat any commands like whatever you used previously in the same session, you can use up arrow or down arrow. Okay, understood, guys? So for example, I'm using one more command. Just I am saying Java. I'm just saying Java. That's it. Right? It is showing some some options over here. This is basically help document here. So basically now I used two commands on this command prompt. One is Java, the other one is Java space hyphen version. Okay. If you want to switch between those, right? So you can use up arrow and down arrow. Understood or no, guys? Everyone, please use this command also. Type Java also on your machine. Just type Java on your machine on the command prompt like this. Right? Once you do that, now you use two commands now, isn't it? Okati Java and okati Java space hyphen version. Now, if you want to run either of these commands, you రెండిట్లో ఏ command run చేయాలన్నా, you can use up arrow or down arrow on your keyboard and select that one. Select that command. Right? This is one command that I use. And if you want to use Java space hyphen version, use down arrow or up arrow on your keyboard. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You need not type it again. That's what I want to say, guys. Okay. Now I'm closing this. We are done with this. Closing this. Now let's see how to set up JMeter. Okay. Everyone, please, Google search like download Apache JMeter.
Sir, excuse me, sir. This is Naveen
Yes.
here.
Yeah, Naveen.
Sir, it's showing that I already downloaded, sir, but it's showing that could not find your load main class version like it's showing, sir.
Okay. You are facing some issue in Java installation.
Yes, sir. But already it has been installed in my laptop, sir.
Okay. Then you need not download again. You need not install again.
Just now I downloaded, sir, when you started.
Okay. Got it. Though it is installed like it is your, yeah, I will see that. I think
Yes.
that is a known issue.
Okay.
I remember that I faced that issue sometime before. I'll see that after the session.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So everyone, please, download, use Google search for this, download Apache JMeter. And go to the first link. This is the official website of JMeter. https://jmeter.apache.org. Right? So this is the official website of JMeter. Okay. Now, click on this download Apache JMeter or click on the go to the first link, right? And now observe here, it always, this particular page always shows you what is the latest version of JMeter. And here you can see this is the latest version, 5.5 is the latest version. And in bracket, it says that requires Java 8+. That means if you want to use this JMeter, you need to have Java 8 or higher version installed on your machine. That's what it means. Java 8+ means you need to have Java 8 or higher version, means Java 9, 10 or 11 and so on. Understood, guys? Guys, are you with me? Are you able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right now, under this heading, right, you have two sections here, binaries and source. Which one to download? First, let's understand what is the difference between binaries and source, right? So binaries means, again, if you want to just use JMeter, you can download this binaries. Okay. You can download either of these, any of these. better download this Apache JMeter 5.5.zip. Click on that, that link and download Apache JMeter 5.5.zip. Okay. So this is a compressed format. ZIP and TZZ, these are compressed formats. All right. And source, if you want to make some changes, if you want to see the source code of JMeter, and if you want to make some changes, if you are good in Java programming language, and you want to make some changes to the source code, you want to customize JMeter, then you have to download this source file. Is it understood what is the difference between binaries and source and which one we should download?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If you want to see the source code of JMeter, right? So you have to install this source. But we want to use just JMeter for our scripting. So download the zip file or TZZ under binaries. Preferably download this Apache JMeter 5.5.zip. Clear, guys? But remember the difference, guys. They may ask you in interviews, they may ask you to check whether you really have hands-on experience or not. They may ask you, how can we set up JMeter, Canada, which file should I download, binaries or source, if I want to use JMeter for scripting, right? They will ask you. Or if you want to customize JMeter, if you want to add some code to JMeter code, and if you want to customize JMeter, right? So which file I need to download? They may ask you this. All right. So understood the difference, guys? So everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any queries still here?
Yes, sir.
Jigyansa, any queries?
No, sir.
Okay. So able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I'm asking from some, non-computers background guys. Any other, like, hold on. So we have a lot of non-computers background folks. So let me check with them. Any other from non-computers background guys? Let me pass. Yeah. So Anand, there was a question from Anand asking like, what is this SHA? Okay. It's explained here. Observe here. SHA link downloads the SHA 512 checksum for the main file. Please verify the integrity of the downloaded file. Let me explain this. What does that mean? Means, see, once you download the zip file, right? So if you want to check whether, the download is perfect or not, successful download or not, right? So you can check that using that SHA 512 checksum. Means, మీ డౌన్లోడ్ కరెక్ట్ గా అయ్యిందా లేదా చెక్ చేయాలి అంటే లైక్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ దిస్ SHA 512 checksum. Okay, just ignore it, it will be downloaded. If not, we can, like if you are more interested in verifying it, yes, click on this verify the integrity and go through that thing. How to check the integrity of that downloaded file. That will be explained in this link. So this is to verify the Apache Software Foundation releases. Understood, Anand? What is the purpose of that SHA?
Yes, Pawan. Understand.
Just to confirm that that download was successful, we use this verification method. Okay, then just ignore it. Yeah. So now once you extracted the zip file, right? Now go to that file, Vijay. On the bottom left, click on yeah. Or else let me do that. Hold on. So show in folder, right? So obviously it will be in downloads folder. Do you have any other drives on your machine? Only one C drive is there, Vijay. Yeah, only one C drive is there. Fine. So others who has D drive, right? You copy this zip file to your D drive. Sorry. Copy this zip file, cut it from here, and copy it to any other drive, D or E or F. Anyone having multiple drives on your machine?
Yes, sir.
Show here itself. So once you download the zip file, right? So right click on it and do this extract all. Right click and do extract all. Okay. This is on Windows 11. Isn't it, Vijay? Okay, let me check it otherwise. Okay, this is Windows 11, I believe, strongly below.
Yes, sir. It's a Windows 11 machine.
Right.
Go to Windows, right click properties.
Here you can see this is Windows 11, right? So maybe most of you may be having Windows 10. Yes, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can someone who is having Windows 10 please share your screen? Okay, so on Windows 11, this is the option, guys. Right click and do extract all. Okay, and now click on this extract. So the zip file will be extracted now. It will take some time. So let it complete. Meanwhile, anyone having Windows 10, guys? Guys, anyone having Windows 10 OS and who did not extract it, can you please share your screen? Who did not extract the zip file, can you please share your screen? Rajesh?
Now, mine is 11.
Okay, fine, that's fine. Right. Now we can see that, that extracted folder. See here. Now inside that Apache JMeter 5.5, you have bin folder, docs folder, ex extras, lib and all this. Again, bin stands for binaries, guys. Bin is the short form for binaries, where you have all the executable files. Okay, please remember this, guys. This is the folder structure of JMeter. Okay, I'm stopping your screen share, Vijay. Let me share my screen. I want to give some notes here. So if you observe this Apache JMeter 5.5 folder, extracted folder, on my machine, it is in G drive. Okay, I have JMeter installed in JMeter setup in G drive. Here is my JMeter 5.5 version, right? So if you observe here, by default, you have these folders. Once you extract the zip file, right? You have bin folder, bin for binaries, right? So bin is the short form for binaries. Okay, where binaries means all the executable files will be there in binaries. Let me show you that. If you go to bin folder, these are all executable files, batch file, sh file, right? All your executable file. Of course, this is not an executable file, but all the executable files will be in this bin folder by default. Okay, these are files that I created this later on. Okay, that I like as I am already using JMeter, like you have some files got created. But if you observe, like all the executable files or binaries will be there in bin folder. Apart from this, you have lib folder. Lib stands for libraries. Lib is the short form for libraries. Again, guys, so some interviewers ask this, what is lib folder, what is bin folder? Just to ensure that you have hands-on experience or not. If you really have genuine experience, right, you will know this, right? But those who are trained, right, so you should know the difference, okay? Yeah, I'll explain that, Ramya. What is the difference between 5.3, 5.4, 5.5? Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I'll cover that. So doc stands for documents, of course. And, these are the important folders that you should know. Bin, lib, and bin, lib, and backups folder. So backups folder contains all the backup scripts. Okay, I'll explain that. What is a backup script? Whenever you use JMeter and create some script, right? Your JMeter will create a backup file here in this backups folder. These are the important folders that you should know. Backups, bin, lib. Clear, guys? Guys, please respond.
So yes.
Right? Now,
Yes,
Ramya, we have one question from Ramya. So what is the difference between 5.3, 5.4 and 5? Yeah, so I missed it. So let me explain that. So when you did a Google search like this Apache JMeter download, right? So observe here, this is the latest version of JMeter as I explained before, right? And if you click on download releases or release notes, okay, I think download releases is the same page, I think. Yeah, go to release notes. If you go to release notes, right, you will see what are the differences between what are the new features introduced in 5.5 version. Okay, what are the new features introduced in 5.5 version? And now read the statement. So see here, new and noteworthy. If you click on that new and noteworthy, right? Observe here, one new thread group was introduced. It is a bit early to explain this. I'll explain this later. You know, again, like beginners will get confused. What is thread group and all? But if you want to see what are the new features in this latest version, right? So you can see it over here. You can check it over here, Ramya. Click on release notes and you know all the new features, all the improvements on the previous versions will be explained here. See, new and noteworthy means this link will contain what are the new features added. And this link contains bug fixes, contains what are the bugs that are fixed in this version and what are the improvements, right? What are the non-functional changes, known problems, right? So please go through this documentation, right? And one more thing, 5.4 is the previous version. And hold on. So yeah. 5.3 version has some core improvements, important improvements on the previous version than the previous version, right? But you know, I'll add this one also, 5.5 also, I'll add the core improvements into this slide, right? So, but you know, like what is the difference between 5.3, 5.4 and 5.5 is one important difference is this open model thread group was introduced. That is one important difference. We'll discuss what is this open model thread group and all. We'll discuss that later. All right. So what is the
Sir, this 5.5 when it was started?
5.5 was released last month or before last month. Hold on. So I made a image of the question. Yeah, Rajesh.
Now we are having the
repeat the
latest version of 5.5, but
Right.
my scripting, all the things has been done in 5.3. Whether I
Right.
need to upgrade, I need to update any scripts or the same scripts will come now 5.5.
Absolutely no need. Good question. So no need of doing any changes. The scripts developed in lower versions will work in higher versions as it is. Okay. The scripts which are developed using lower versions, they will be compatible with the higher version. And that feature is called as backward compatibility. Not only JMeter, most of the softwares, right, which are any scripts which are developed in any lower version of, let's say, for instance, you have some, load runner, you have some scripts developed using load runner 2021 version. Right now, load runner version is 2022. Latest version of load runner is 2022. Okay. So, but the old scripts will work. Not only JMeter base. Okay. This is with any tool, right? So latest load runner version is 2022. Here you can see microfocus load runner 2022. Suppose you have a script developed in load runner 2021 or load runner 2020, right? So those scripts will work in load runner 2022 also. And that feature is called as backward compatibility. What is backward compatibility? Scripts developed using lower versions, right? In our case, lower versions will work in or should work in higher version.
అంటే డౌన్లోడ్ చేయకుండానే వర్క్ అవుతుంది అసలు వర్షన్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేయకుండా
No, version download చేయాలి. What is this question is JMeter 5.3 లోనో లేకపోతే ఓల్డ్ వర్షన్ లో చేసిన స్క్రిప్ట్ ఈ న్యూ వర్షన్ లో ఏం చేంజెస్ లేకుండా వర్క్ అవుద్దా? Yes, వర్క్ అవుతుంది. Okay, that was his question. Without any changes to the script, will it work in 5.5 or not? Higher version or not? Right? The answer is yes. And that feature is called as backward compatibility. Clear? What is backward compatibility? Scripts developed using lower version of tools, right? Lower version of tools, lower version of tools. JMeter here in our case, right? should work in higher version. This feature is called as backward compatibility. Clear? But now how about vice versa? అంటే 5.5 లో డెవలప్ చేసిన స్క్రిప్ట్ 5.4 లోనో 5.3 లోనో 5.2 లోనో వర్క్ అవుతుంది, రైట్? ఇట్ మే ఆర్ మే నాట్. Okay, it may or may not, because if a script is developed in higher version, that feature may not be there in lower version. That's why it may not work.
Yes.
Understood, guys? Some features may be missing in the lower version. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So that's why it may not work. I'm not saying it will not work until then. So దానికి కావాల్సిన ఫీచర్ లేకపోతే వర్క్ అవ్వదు. హయ్యర్ వర్షన్ లో ఉన్న ఫీచర్ లోవర్ వర్షన్ లో లేకపోతే లోవర్ వర్షన్ లో వర్క్ అవ్వదు. That's why I'm saying may or may not work. Clear? Okay. Now, let me explain the JMeter GUI in 5 minutes, and I will close the session this for today. Right? So this is called as this is JMeter GUI. First of all, this is called as JMeter GUI, right? Where GUI stands for graphical user interface, right? Let me choose this drawing. Okay. So this is called as menu bar. File, edit, search, run, options, wind, tools, help and under. This is called as menu bar. Anywhere, even in browser also we have some menu bar, isn't it? See, this is called as menu bar here. File, edit, view, insert the options and that is called as menu bar. In the session when I say menu bar, I am referring to this one. Okay, please remember this. And one more thing. And below that you have some icons, right? You have a lot of icons over here. These are all shortcuts. And by default, you have something called test plan. Please remember this. By default, you have an element called test plan, right? In JMeter, everything is called as an element. Okay. And the default element in JMeter is test plan with this conical flask symbol. You see that conical flask symbol, right? I am zooming in. Right now it should be more clear. I'm increasing the font, that's it. Okay, now you by default you have something called test plan element with a conical flask symbol. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And on the right side you have some options over here on the right side. So this is see, important ones you should know is this one, right? So this basically, this is a log viewer panel. This is called as log viewer panel. Now let me click on the triangle symbol, yellow color triangle symbol. Okay. So see here, when I click on that triangle symbol, it is showing some messages. See here, it is showing the log messages. These are JMeter log messages. Okay. This window is called as JMeter log messages, log window or log viewer panel. Okay, and on your machine this butterfly symbol will not be there because it is a new installation, right? So this symbol indicates a plugins manager. I'll explain what is that plugins manager and all later on, but don't get confused. On the by default you will not have this butterfly symbol on your JMeter. Clear, guys? Yes, understood or no?
Yes, sir. No, understood. Someone is
Right.
asking questions like how to open JMeter.
How to open JMeter? Yeah, good question. Oh, sorry. So sorry, I did not cover that. So how to open JMeter? Yes. So once you extract the zip file, right? So you go to bin folder, and there are 3 or 4 ways to launch JMeter. One way is to double click this with JMeter.bat. Just double click on that JMeter.bat file. Okay. So where BAT stands for batch file. This is a Windows batch file. You can see the type here. The file type is Windows batch file. Clear? And if you are not seeing these extensions, right? On Windows 10, if you are not seeing Windows 10, if you are not seeing these extensions, go to view, right? Go to view on the menu bar and select this file name extensions. Observe here, if I uncheck this, you will not see the extensions, file extensions. If you want to see the file extensions, go to view and select the file name extensions. Now you see this .bat, .jar, .jks, .log and all this, right? Understood, guys, everyone?
Sir.
Yes.
Once you double click on this Windows batch file, you will get a command prompt like this, one command prompt like this, as well as you will see the JMeter GUI like this. Clear, guys? Everyone able to launch JMeter on your machine? Can you please quickly share your screen? Jigyansa, can you please share your screen and show JMeter? I'll pause recording to some, like I'm going to upload this session as a public video on my YouTube channel. So let me do some self, from marketing. So guys, like we started JMeter today. Those who want to continue for this JMeter training, contact on this WhatsApp number that is being displayed here in my slide deck.
Sir,
So this is JMeter 5.5 plus JMeter Pro Certification training. So after the training, you will be able to complete like JMeter Pro Certification and you will master JMeter tool. Okay. So please contact on the WhatsApp number that is being displayed here. Right. So if you want please mail me, or if you want the course contents, or please ping me on WhatsApp if you want to have a look at the course contents. Okay, so I'm going to cover JMeter and BlazeMeter from this batch onwards. Right, in my current project we are using BlazeMeter as well, so I got chance to put a command on BlazeMeter too as well. So I'm going to cover BlazeMeter also from this batch. For fees details and timings are 8 to 9:30 in the morning IST time. So for fees details and other details, please contact me on the WhatsApp number. Load this, yeah. Right. So once on Windows 10, right, if you are using Windows 10, once you download the zip file, this looks like this. Right click and you can use any of these options, extract files or extract here or extract to. Better use this extract to Apache JMeter 5.5. Okay, you can use any of these option to unzip the zip file. And once you unzip, right, once you extract, you will get a folder like this, inside which you will have all these folders, bin, docs, extras, lib, and all this. Go to bin folder. If you want to start JMeter, go to bin folder, right? Those are different file formats. That's it. GIF format and TZZ, those are different file formats, compression formats. Okay. Now, if you go to this bin folder, right? By default, you are not seeing the file extensions. Observe here. This is actually a Windows batch file. But you are not seeing Windows batch file should have an extension .bat. If you are not seeing this, go to view and select this file name extension. Then you will see that extension for all the files. Right? Now, once you see the extension, the jmeter.bat, right? Double click on that bat, double click on that Windows batch file to launch JMeter. And by default, you will have JMeter launched with the dark theme. Okay. This is dark theme. Okay, that's fine. So we'll come to this, how to change the theme and all. I will explain that. You can change the theme also.
Look and feel.
Look and feel. In JMeter, they call it as look and feel. Right? If you go to look and feel, right? Observe here, dark laugh is used now. Dark laugh means look and feel. Dark LAF means look and feel. Okay. By default, dark theme is used. Right? Now, so coming back to this, I thought of some, yeah, there are couple of other ways to launch JMeter. One more way to launch JMeter is by using this jar file, Apache JMeter.jar, right? So the first time you double click on this, it will ask this. You can select this Java TM, this one only, because it is JMeter is a Java application. We can open that using Java. Select Java and click it. This will also launch JMeter, by the way. You can see here. A new instance of JMeter is opened here by using this jar file also. You can open one more instance as well. And this is one more way to start JMeter. You can either use batch file or you can use this jar file as well. And this is an executable jar file. Remember, this is an executable jar file. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And basically what happens is, even when you click on this batch file also, it will call this jar file only. Let me show you that. If you can open this batch file in Notepad++. Yes, non-computer says nothing to worry. No need to get confused. Okay. So if you open this batch file, right, you can read the code, and somewhere you will see that it is pointing to that jar file only. Let me show you that. .jar, right? See here, Apache JMeter.jar. That means what is the meaning of that? When you use this batch file also, internally that batch file calls this Apache JMeter.jar only. Understood or no? This batch file is invoking this jar file only. Understood or no, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, but these are the different ways to launch JMeter. You can either use this .jar or you can use this .bat. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And
Okay,
one
sir.
more way to start JMeter is you can open a command prompt here, cmd, right? I just selected this, local path in the file explorer address bar, right? And you'll get a window like this, right? Just type here jmeter.bat. This is one more way to launch JMeter. Clear? There are multiple ways to launch JMeter, okay?
Okay, sir.
Anna, can you please show us again how to open these files in this notepad?
Yeah,
Okay.
please share your screen, Tarun, if you have Windows 11. Yeah, one more thing. Yes, a good question, Ashraf Nisa, thank you. So you can keep once you start this JMeter, okay. Once you extract JMeter, right, you can right click and keep a shortcut on the desktop. Please everyone do this. Right click on this batch file, right? Hold on. Right click on that with jmeter.bat and use this option send to desktop or create shortcut. Now, every time if you want to launch JMeter, right? Every time you need not go to that folder. You can simply go here and double click this by the shortcut to launch JMeter. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Please do this, everyone. Please do this. Keep a shortcut on the desktop. Okay, I'm stopping your screen share, Chaitanya.
Okay, sir.
Okay, yeah. Let me explain like how to keep a shortcut or on Windows 11, isn't it? So go to your JMeter bin folder once, please. Yeah. So can you give me control, please? I'm sending a request. Can you please approve it? Yeah, thank you. So now so go to bin folder. Once you are in bin folder, right? Sorry. Once you are in bin folder. So first of all, you are not seeing the extensions, right? Windows batch file key, you are not seeing extension here. So if you want to see that, go to view and show file name extensions, right? Now you are seeing this extensions now, right? Now just right click and show more options. Here in Windows 11, the UI differs slightly. You have to go to show, click on that show more options, and you have to send to desktop. You have to use like this, yes. Or else there is an option here, rename. This is rename. This is share. This is copy. This is copy. Use this option like show more options, right? And now you will get a regular context menu on previous Windows version. Send to desktop. Okay. See the window that appears in. See this small window that appears when you right click, right? This is called as context menu. Please note it down. This is called as context menu, guys. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Is it clear or any other queries, Tarun? And like once you place a shortcut on the desktop, right? Next time onwards, you need not come to that folder. From the desktop, you can directly click on this that shortcut. Okay. I'm stopping a screen share. Any other queries, guys? What is context menu, guys? Context menu. Context menu means window that appears on Windows operating system. On Windows operating Is it no, need not be on any operating system. Sorry, on any operating system, window that appears when you right click. Right click is called as context menu. Mac OS also this is called as context menu only. Okay, which one? Suppose if you right click here, right? So why it is called as context menu? Understand that. So if you right click here, the options are different. See here we have paste and paste without formatting, and few options. If you right click on this Google Doc, but if you right click or somewhere on the laptop, on the desktop, right? On the desktop of your machine, right? See here the options varies, isn't it? Yes or no? Options different only. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right? But if you right click here in File Explorer, if you right click here, the options differ, isn't it? This window is different and this window is okay. This window is same, of course. Suppose if you select this and right click on a folder, if you select some folder and right click, again the options are varying. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So based on where you are right clicking, it is showing the options. మీరు ఎక్కడ రైట్ క్లిక్ చేస్తున్నారో ఆ కాంటెక్స్ట్ బట్టి మీకు ఆప్షన్స్ చూపిస్తుంది. That's why this is called as context menu. Understood or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So this window options differs based on the context where you are right clicking. That's why this is called as context menu. Okay, I'll stop it here, guys, for today. It's already got extended a bit. Any other queries before we close the session for today? Okay, how to open JMeter in Windows 7? The same option. So Windows 7 also you can follow the same option. Are you facing any challenges, Jignansa?
Yes, sir.
Can you please share your screen?
Yeah, 1 minute.
On Zoom meeting, you have a green color share screen button.
Yes.
Yeah, we are able to see your screen. Thank you. So can you please give me control? I am sending the request. Please accept it. All right. So I got the control. Hold on. So one, you already extracted JMeter into E drive. Yeah. So here Windows patch file. First of all, let me enable the extension. The same options here. Go to view and select file name extension. Right now, let me keep a shortcut on the desktop. Right click, do right click. I want you to do that. Yeah, others can leave. So right click on that jmeter.bat and send to. Yes, desktop. Third option, desktop create shortcut. Okay, now close this folder. Close this folder now. Go to your desktop, type Windows D. Yeah, you can close this. Yeah, now you have a shortcut, right? Just double click on that. Now your JMeter is launched successfully without any issues, right?
Thank you,
Some
sir.
people will face issues, guys. Please let me know. Please sort out those issues. Please, okay. There was one question from Balaji. I'll come to that. So please, please complete it today. Okay, now itself. Please don't come, later on, like asking after the session, asking like, I did not install JMeter and all. Please do it right away, guys. Okay. There is a question from Balaji he's asking like he learned the load runner. Is that enough to get a job as a performance tester? That depends on how many years experience you are keeping, and that depends on the requirement of the company, right? So it depends on a few things. Okay. So if the company wants you to have only load runner experience, they will consider you. But most of the companies are looking for load runner and JMeter nowadays, because those load runner projects also they are migrating to JMeter. If it is a web application and if it can be done using JMeter, as JMeter is an open source tool, right? Most of the load runner projects are migrating to JMeter to save some license cost, because load runner is very costly tool. Okay. So JMeter has become in some or other way, JMeter has become mandatory for performance test profiles. Okay. So only JMeter is possible. You will have more opportunities if you know only JMeter, but only load runner means that is a bit difficult.
Really difficult. Okay. So good. Thank you. మీరు వీకెండ్స్ లో ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్లాస్ ఉన్నారు కదా, యాక్చువల్ గా ప్రాజెక్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ రియల్ టైమ్
Yes.
ప్రాజెక్ట్ అన్నారు కదా,
Yeah.
బట్ రెగ్యులర్ క్లాసులు ఈరోజు
No, those
Regular classes.
sessions will be going continuously. Okay, so that will not have much dependency on the previous sessions. But you should know one of the tool, Loader or JMeter, you should know. You should be
Okay.
perfect in scripting. Then only those real-time project sessions will be optimal of optimal.
అది ఓకే సార్. మీరు యాక్చువల్గా నిన్న సాటర్డే సండేస్ లో రియల్ టైమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఉంటుంది అన్నారు.
Okay. No, this weekend we have only on Sunday.
ఓన్ సండే. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ టైం
But real-time project training we have only Sunday, 10 to 1 a.m.
ఓకే
Sorry, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
ఓకే సండే.
That real-time project training, right? That session would be on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
ఓన్లీ సండేస్.
Yeah, and there is separate fees for that, by the way, because it is a classroom training, right?
Yes.
Yes. You know, like there is separate fees for that. Yeah. Anything else, guys, before we close the session for today? Let me pause recording if you don't have any other questions. Okay. Thanks,
Sir,
and have a nice weekend. Yeah.
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Sir,
Yes,
this is
Shiva.
Naveen, sir. Java.
Previous videos access ఉంది.
Yes. So I'll give you access to the previous videos. Whatever we completed till now, I can give you access as demo sessions. If you want to complete by tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
right? I will share the week 2 assessment also today. Yes, we are already done with week 1 assessment. I will share week 2 assessment also today. And those who are new joinees, if you want to continue in this batch, I will give you, please ping me or call me after the session. I'll give you access to the performance testing fundamentals. I'm sharing my screen. I will give you access. I will provide access to all these, performance testing fundamental sessions, whatever completed in the last 10 days. Okay, we have a separate playlist for each batch. So this is August 2022 batch. Here you have 12 sessions completed previously. 13 videos, right? Out of which this is a demo session. This is not required. Second is not required. Please start from August 12th if you want to continue in this batch. Okay, start from know your computer. This is the computer basics. From here you can start. So excluding these two, you have 11 videos to complete by tomorrow, right? All these videos will be 45 to 50 minutes duration. You can see the duration here: 54 minutes, 55, 51, 43, 44, right? Oh, this one is 1 hour 5 minutes. Apart from that, all are below 1 hour sessions only. So if you can complete by tomorrow, end of the day, Sunday end of the day, you can be on the same page as others from Monday onwards. This is for new joinees. And I will share week 2 assessment today. Those who joined all the previous sessions, I will share the week 2 assessment today. Please complete it by today end of the day. I'm closing here, guys. Thanks for watching and thanks for joining, and have a nice weekend.
Yes.
Hey, one more thing. So we are providing experience documents as well, right? We are like through one of our consultancy, like we are running payroll as well. Okay, so got it?
Okay.
Yes, we are running
Okay.
payroll as well. Those who want experience documents are ping me on WhatsApp. Those who want experience documents are those who want to run payroll, right? If you start that payroll process now, by the time you complete the training, Loader and JMeter, you will have your bank statement, genuine bank statement ready with you. Most of the companies are asking bank statement, okay, or Form 16. Got it? So Form 16 also we can provide, but that will be some at some additional cost. I think I'm not sure. I have to check with my consultancy whether we can provide now or not. But bank statement, you can get it, genuine bank statement, you can get it by running payroll process. I made one video on this payroll processing. Okay. So if you are interested to run payroll, please let me know. I'll share this, this recorded session. This is a private video. I made one video on this complete, experience documents from consultancy and payroll processing, right? What are the charges involved in that? What is the process? I explained this in this video. Okay. So Form 16 also, yes, I have to check with our consultancy, like whether they can provide genuine Form 16 or not. Now I had to check with them. I'll let you know. I already guess. Sorry. So I am closing the session for today. Okay. Yes, they will ask Form 26, Form 26 AS. Some companies insist for that. We will provide Form 16 along with that Form 26 AS. I think I remember it as Form 26 AS. Yes, Form 26 AS. We'll provide this one also, but the Form 16 that we provide, like that contains this Form 26 AS. Actually, this is required for them to verify whether it is a genuine Form 16 or not. Got it? That's why they asked this one 26 AS.
Sir, when I'm installing the Java, the folder is not empty. Please select an empty folder. It's coming, sir. Sir, when I have to change that, sir.
Yeah. Let me pause recording. I'll look into your issue and the session is getting, like a recording session is getting extended. I'll pause recording and share your